Good morning, Simon Cobbs from Sussex Friends of Israel, PRIG. On the 26th of November, which is a Wednesday night, we're holding an event. We're asking you to join us at a protest outside the Labour Friends of Palestine in the Middle East's Gala Dinner, which will be attended by the Labour leader, Ed Miliband. We need your support, and the only way we can possibly get that support is by proving to you the reasons behind our efforts. And there's a lot of them. You've hopefully read online some of the inconsistencies on the Labour Friends of Palestine Middle East website. You've seen, certainly on television, the way the conversation moved from Israel to anti-Semitism on the BBC News quite quickly, and obviously the concerns that raises. You know, the whole Jewish lobby and mansion tax started from a position of Labour. But there's way bigger problems than that, much bigger problems from that. And you know what, in the last few days, the importance of our event, or the importance of you joining us at our event, has increased dramatically. And we really need you to come. So I'm going to do a couple of videos, and I'm going to do one today which will give you an idea of possibly one of the biggest inconsistencies we have. First thing is, I've got to get rid of something, and that's the name Labour Friends of Palestine in the Middle East. It's a lie. It's a bait and lie, right? Because I spent too long in the last few weeks to think for 1 second that there's any Middle East involved in this. It's Labour Friends of Palestine, or another name which I'm sure you can think up. 95%, if not more, of everything I've seen around Labour Friends of Palestine, whether it be on Twitter, Facebook, articles, on their website, bears nothing to do with anything else but Israel. It is only about Israel. There's nothing about the slaughter of the Kurds. There's nothing about the hundreds of thousands of civilians who have been murdered in Syria, the treatment of gays in Iran, Afghanistan, Iraq. I mean, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the Middle East, but Labour Friends of Palestine choose to focus on one issue and one issue only. So you're not kidding anybody by calling yourselves Labour Friends of Palestine in the Middle East. I'm not going to call you that. You don't deserve to be yourself to be called that. You're Labour Friends of Palestine, or there is another name which I'm sure you can work out. So, you know what? Let's get that out of the way straight away. Okay. In November the 30th, 2011, when Ed Miliband became Labour leader, he said, "There should be no tolerance of boycotts. We are against boycotts and delegitimisation." In Israel, standing in Israel, in July this year, he said, "We are clear that the threat of boycotts of Israel is the wrong response. We do, and we still resolutely oppose the isolation of Israel, and so does my party." It's very clear then, isn't it? No ambiguity there. It's very clear, Labour's policy on the BDS movement and boycotts in general. This, and I don't know if you can see it very well, is Labour Friends of Palestine's website. There is an advert or a link for the BDS movement, right? But it's not just a link. It actually describes the BDS movement, and it asks the question, why is there a need for BDS? Well, according to your leader, there is no need for BDS. According to the spokesman who's coming to speak to you on the 26th of November, you shouldn't be supporting the boycott movement. But it goes on. There's another link. This one to the Palestinian Civil Society. I will be posting, obviously, all these links with this video. The Palestinian Civil Society reads, "We, representatives of Palestinian civil society, call upon international civil society organisations and people of conscience all over the world to impose broad boycotts and implement divestment initiatives against Israel similar to those applied in South Africa in the apartheid era." It's funny, isn't it? You've got to laugh. What else are you going to do? You've got the Labour leader and the Labour Party quite clearly saying, we don't support boycotts. We're not, the boycotts are wrong. We oppose boycotts. And then Mr Miliband is going to a party affiliated to the Labour Party who clearly, unequivocally supports boycotts to speak. And you wonder why we're doing what we're doing. You wonder why the need is there. And we can't do it alone. It's just ludicrous. If you couldn't make up a book about this rubbish, So we need you to help us, and there's loads more, and you know what, I'll make some more stuff and I'll put it up there, and look at them individually and know that you have to come, and then if you look at them collectively, you'll really will be left in no doubt. You know, all of this stuff has been written to these individuals, to the Labour Party, to to Labour Friends of Palestine, and to Ed Miliband, and we still haven't received a single response, not one word, not an acknowledgement, not a your grave concern, not a go swivel, nothing at all, nada. So that's why we're going to protest outside this this meeting on the 26th. If you're watching this on the event page, and you can get to the event page via Sussex Friends of Israel or PRIG's Facebook group, in one of these corners there'll be some numbers, and it will say invited may be going, and we need your help, and this is what you need to do. Number one, if you haven't invited people, go there and invite your friends. If you're a maybe, change that to a going. And if you can, please join us by pushing going, and make sure you join us on the 26th, because it's there in black and white. I've got loads of it here. It's very simple. You know, it's wrong of these people to be doing what they're doing. It's even worse for their leader to be adding some kind of credibility to what they say. And we have to stand up and do something about it, because if we don't, it's our kids and our nephews and nieces who will have to, and that's not fair. So we need you to join us. We're not going to go there and cause any kind of controversy. We're not going there for confrontation. We're going to sing a few songs, we'll wave a few flags, and most probably we'll eat a few bagels. Most importantly is you need to join us. Simon Cobbs, seeing you on the 26th. God bless.